Hello everyone, welcome you back to the science class. I hope you all are doing good. So dear students, as you all know, these days we are doing the revision work. Okay, these days we are doing the revision work of different chapter. So today in this video also we shall be continuing with the same, and we will be revising the chapter soil. Okay, but before that, let's understand let's understand about the learning outcome of this session. So the learning outcome at the end of the session would be, you will able to understand about the gist of the chapter. You will able to correlate the different concept of this chapter. Fine. Now, what is the objectives for today? Today's objective is to make you understand about the chapter once again by means of the mind map. Clear, children? So let's start with the revision work. So here in the board, if you can see, I have drawn the mind map related to the chapter soil. Okay, the heading I have placed it at the center. So you can see the different topics I have written at the side, different branches. I have given different branches and I have drawn it. And to make it much more interesting, or rather much more understanding, I have added some of the drawings out here. So this particular thing you can also do. Add some drawings to your mind map for better understanding. Fine. So let's start with. So what is soil actually? Now children, soil is nothing but it's the natural resource. Okay, soil is nothing but the natural resource. And natural resources, I hope you all are aware, the mountains, rivers, springs, all those are the natural resources. So amidst them, soil is also one. So now this soil, why it is important? Okay, we are discussing in this chapter, we are discussing about the importance of soil, formation of soil, pollution of soil, prevention of soil pollution, then soil erosion, properties of soil. So all these kind of things we are discussing. So I told you that soil is very much important for us, but now how it is important, the question arises. So soil is important for the plants, number one, because the plants used to grow, okay, very comfortably over the soil. Means the roots used to anchor, or the roots used to catch hold on the soil particles, and as a result it can able to stand erect or upright. Okay, this is how the soil supports the plant. Secondly, the soil supplies water and mineral to the plant for its growth and perpetuation. So this is how it is important for plant. Secondly, most of the microorganisms, they used to dwell in the soil. Means the soil acts as the natural habitat. So this is how it is important. And the third is, means agriculture is done. Okay, we used to grow the crop, cultivation is done. So that is also necessary. The soil is necessary for all this, basically all these different things. Fine. So next we discuss about the formation of soil. Here you can see formation of soil by the process of weathering of rocks. Now, what do you mean by this term weathering? Now question comes, what is weathering? So though I have discussed, let us revise again. Weathering is nothing but the breaking down of huge large rocks into small pieces for forming the soil. Okay, but remember children, this weathering is not a very short term process. Okay, it takes millions and millions of years to form soil. So, but with the help of weathering of rocks, the soil is formed. The different types of rocks, they have different properties. Yes. So, those rocks from which the soil is formed are called as the parent rock. So, the characteristics and the composition, or rather you can say the texture of the soil, is similar to that of the parent rock from which it is made up of. So it's a very important thing which you must remember, that the characteristic, the composition of the soil from which the parent, will be always same to the parent rocks from which the soil has been made. Clear? So that is all about the formation of the soil. The next comes types of soil. Okay, we have discussed depending on the particle size. The soil is again depending on the particle size. Soil is categorized into 4 different categories. That is sandy soil, loamy soil, clayey soil, and silt. Okay, so now we have discussed the comparative account of sandy soil, clayey soil, and loamy soil. So now let's check out once again. So sandy soil, the specific characteristic of sandy soil is that it is having the large space. It's well aerated. So here you can see I have drawn on drawing, students. Here I have shown the difference. The soil particles, means the sandy soil particles, and the particles, if you can see properly, these are larger in size, and the gapping, if you can see this gapping, students, this gapping is more, okay, large, you can say large gaps between two respective particles. So this is why the air is get trapped, more and more air is get trapped within these particles, within this gap, and as a result the soil is well aerated. So if you can look towards this clayey soil, the arrangement of the particles, the gaps are very less. The gaps are very less. That is why the aeration is less, means the less air is trapped. Fine. But it is having a very good water holding capacity, which is lagging in sandy soil. Now the percolation rate, okay, the percolation rate we will come across later on. The percolation rate is much more. Now what is percolation rate? Percolating down, the water can very easily seeps down through the soil, sandy soil particles because of the large gapping between it. That is called the percolation. Okay. Now this percolation rate is the highest in sandy soil and it is less in the clayey soil. And next, clayey soil, it is having less space and it holds a maximum of water and it is less, well, it's not very much well aerated. Then loamy soil. The loamy soil is the best of all. It's considered the best soil because it is the blend of all the different types of soil. That is the clayey soil, then the sandy soil and the silt. It's a mixture, it's a blend. So all the properties it is having, and as a result it serves as the best soil for the growth of crop. Okay. Then the silt. Silt, it is found, this type of soil, it is found near the water bodies, which is rich in a nutrient and it's very fertile. Okay, you need to remember all this. Then next, coming towards the soil profile. Okay, after that we have discussed about soil profile. You can see there is a drawing which I have drawn, and I have tried to show you different types of layers which are present in soil, I need to say. Now what is the soil profile? So the vertical section of soil that depicts all the layers of soil is called the soil profile. Okay, so the soil, it is having different layers. Now how to say? Means the vertical section. Okay, the vertical section of the different layers. Okay, the vertical section of soil that depicts all the layers of soil is called the soil profile. And then the different layers of the soils are termed as A horizon, B horizon, C horizon and the bedrock. Here you can see A horizon, B, C and the bedrock. Now all these different layers, they have specific characteristics. Okay, they have, the composition is different. Okay, the composition is different, and then the content is also different. You can see in A horizon, basically it is said as topsoil wherein the plants can grow, and here only the small microorganisms are also surviving. Okay, and it consists of humus. Okay, it consists of humus. This is the most important thing you need to understand and remember. The next is B horizon, which is rich in mineral. Okay, it is very much rich in mineral. And C horizon, small rocks with cracks are present. Here the rocks are present, but they are small, but they have some cracks. And then the bedrock, the hardest of all. This layer is the hardest rocks of all because it is consists of the large pieces of rocks, which is very much difficult even to dig with a spade. Okay, so before this bedrock, only the water get collected. Alright, that we will discuss in the other chapter. And towards the ending of the chapter, we got the topic properties of soil. So children, we have been discussing about the formation, the pollution, erosion. Now we need to know what are the different properties of soil. So different properties of soil we have discussed in the textbook is number 1, content of, moisture content. Okay, number 1, soil contains moisture. Number 2, the percolation rate is different for different soil. Number 3, water absorption capacity is also different for different soil. Everything depends on the particle size. Alright, so let's start with the first property which we have discussed. In the first property, as it says that soil contains moisture. Now what is the meaning of this moisture? Moisture is nothing but the water content. The water content which is present in the soil. Now how to find it out? So one activity, the most important activity is given in your textbook. So what you are going to do, we have to take in a dry test tube some sample of soil and we heat it. Okay, after heating, what we will observe that towards the inner side of the test tube at the top, we will find the water droplets being adhered. Now from where these water droplets have come? So this is nothing but the moment we heat the soil, the water content, the moisture which was present in the soil, it gets converted into vapor, it starts rising up, and it on coming in contact with the test tube, it becomes the water droplet. Okay, so this is how we can prove that soil contains water, means the moisture. I think it is clear. Then coming back to the next topic, what is percolation rate? Now percolation means what? Percolation means dripping down of soil or seeping down of soil between the two respective particles. So if you can consider the case of sandy soil, you can see a large gap between the two respective particles. So the seeping or the percolation of the soil would be more. Yes, it will be maximum. Now, related to this, this property. So, this percolation rate is different from different soil. Alright. So, in the clay also you can see the gapping is less. So, percolation rate would be definitely less. Okay. So, how to find it out? How to find in numerical terms? Okay. So, for that one formula is there, and I have given you some of the questions for solving it. Those are very much important. Please, please take care of that. So, to find out the percolation rate, what we are going to do is we have to divide the amount of water absorbed per the amount of water divided by the percolation time. Okay, how much time it would take to percolate. So this is how we can find out the percolation rate. And the water absorption capacity, as I have already told you, that it also depends on the gapping between the respective particles. Okay, so that is also that is also one of the property of soil. So towards the end, we discussed about soil erosion. So this erosion term, I think you are aware of. If not, then listen carefully. Erosion means what? To erode. Okay, to erode means the carrying away of the topsoil by means of air, water. The carrying away of the topsoil is called the soil erosion. Alright, and it makes the soil less fertile, means since the topsoil is being eroded away, alright, carried away. So this soil erosion can be prevented by two methods. Number one, by growing the trees. Okay, by growing the trees. Now the trees, you all know that the roots, they used to catch hold on the soil particles. This is how they prevent soil erosion. Secondly, we can prevent soil erosion by doing the terrace farming, the step-by-step farming. Clear? So this is how we can prevent the soil erosion. And then towards the ending, we have, at the end, I think I have not included there, we discussed about the soil and crops. Means different types of soil, they need different types of soil for growing. So with this, I have come to the end of this revision work, and rather we have discussed the entire chapter. We have tried to touch all the concepts of this chapter. I hope you have understood this. So today I would like to wind up, but yes, before that, let's recapitulate. Today I have discussed the chapter in the form of mind map, right, to make you understand with the concepts of the chapter. So children, thank you so much for listening to me. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you all in the next class.